Welcome to the NCAA March Madness first round pregame press conference. Please take this time to silence your cell phones and remember no flash photography is permitted. We are joined by Kansas guards Zakiya Franklin and Holly Kerskeeter. We ask that you please only ask a question when you have the microphone in your hand and that you state your name and publication. If you have joined us through Zoom, please raise your hand and remember to state your name and publication as well when you are called on. Thank you, and we will start with questions from the room. Sorry, girls. There's a guy. You guys have someone coming. Don't worry. All we ask is that you just state your name and publication, and we have a microphone for you to ask questions as well. Thank you.
Stephen Davis, Jayhawk Radio Network. Can you guys sum up 5 years at Kansas and what it's been like, and to get to the tournament twice now?
Yeah, now that this is our second time, it's just as exciting, and obviously we've put in a lot of hard work and time and dedication, so we have a lot to play for, so we're excited.
Yeah, like she said, it's our second time. Last time, unfortunately, but like she said, it's a lot of gratitude going into it. Very grateful to be here, and it's a lot at stake and a lot of sense of urgency behind it. So,
Michigan's a team that's been in the tournament a lot lately. How do you guys draw on the experience of 2 years ago, the fact you guys have been in the tournament and won a game here? How can that help this weekend?
Yeah, when it comes down to it, I think experience helps, but also it's March, and you just have to play every play like it's your last, and you never know what's going to be next. So I think that it's two teams that have a little bit of experience lately, just makes it a little more competitive, builds a little more anticipation. We both know kind of what to expect, and we're both going to play really hard. So
yeah, like she said, both teams have experience. Pretty much, like you said, a lot is at stake, and they're pretty much playing their best basketball too, just how we are. So, just going into it.
All right, you're in Los Angeles. Not much time for free time, but if you had one thing to go see in Los Angeles while you're here, what would it be?
I don't know. I kind of just want to go to the beach. I just love the beach.
I would agree. Probably just the beach, yeah.
All right. Thank you. Welcome to the NCAA March Madness first round pregame press conference. Please take this time to silence your cell phones and remember no flash photography is permitted. We are joined by Kansas head coach Brandon Schneider. We ask that you please only ask a question when you have the microphone in your hand and that you state your name and publication. If you have joined us through Zoom, please raise your hand and remember to state your name and publication as well. Thank you, and we will begin with an opening statement from Coach.
Obviously, we're excited to be here. Glad that travel went smoothly, and looking forward to competing against an excellent Michigan program.
Stephen Davis, Jayhawk Radio Network. Brandon, take us through the emotions when you and the team saw the name pop up on the selection show after just missing it last year and winning the WNIT. What did it mean to see Kansas up there for the second time in 3 years?
You know, I think it was a different feeling this year because I think we felt that our name would be called. It was more just an anxiousness of, who is the opponent going to be and, where would we be playing the game. Much different than a year ago when, we were just devastated because, again, I think we felt like we would be picked. But credit our players. I feel like we built a much better resume, this year. And obviously played a much tougher non-conference schedule to prepare us for Big 12 play.
Your team played so well down the stretch in Big 12 play. What was the key with this veteran group to be able to kind of turn it on down the end?
I think it started with improving defensively. I think if you go back and look at our numbers, we really grew there, and we're much more consistent, on the defensive end.
You mentioned Michigan's an excellent program. They've been in the tournament a lot. Does experience play a big role this week? I know some of your teams obviously been here before 2 years ago.
Well, I think, we have some players who have some experience in the tournament, but I think it's two programs that are pretty similar in terms of playing their best basketball in late February and early March. I mean, you look, they won 4 out of their last 6, and those 2 losses were to number 1 seed Iowa and a number 2 seed in Ohio State. So we do have some common opponents, but I'm just really impressed with how balanced they are. They collectively rebound the ball really well. They all shoot the 3. Obviously, Felia is their leader and is a first team, all Big Ten player. But I just think a lot of balance around her.
I'll end with the same question I ended with for Holly and Zakaya. You won't have any free time while you're here in Los Angeles, but if you did, what would be the one site you'd want to see here in LA if you had to pick just one?
Wow. I'm going to I've never been in the Coliseum. I think as you made a left there and it just kind of hit you in the face. It was an impressive turn, into campus. I've done some of the other things, touristy things, but with all the history that's taken place in that venue, I think I'd like to walk out on the 50.
And Coach, we have a question from Zoom, so we're going to allow them to talk. State your name and publication, please, and hopefully Coach can hear you. If not, I will try to reiterate.
Hi, this is Caitlin Urko with ESPN. Thank you for your time today, Coach. Question for me, it looks like your team is really close-knit group. Is there anything in particular that you guys have done off the court, bonding-wise, that's helped really invigorate this program this season?
I would answer that. We did take an international trip this season. Went to Italy and Greece, but I think even more importantly, in years past, we take a team retreat in August where we spend a lot of time. Just talking about culture and team values and things that mean a great deal to us as we prepare for any season.
Thank you. And then is there any, I know a lot of teams nowadays, there's special people that come into your program, whether it's some kids in the community, anything like that. Is there anyone that's kind of become a super fan or a special person within the program that your players have kind of adopted this season or have looked to as far as anyone outside of their own team that's become special to you guys?
Well, we have a fan. Her name is Amanda Young, and Amanda waits for me after every game, and when I walk out of the media room following the press conference, she sprints down the hallway to give me a hug, and that means a great deal to me. It's been something of a tradition between her and I for many years, and I know that. We only lost one home game this year, so those embraces were more celebratory. But we've had some rough years where, I needed that hug. So, definitely. And Amanda met us at the airport yesterday, and with a send off, with a sign, and cookies and treats for everybody. So it's a relationship that's very important to me personally and to our program. Gosh, Amanda's in her early 20s now, I believe. Just as a big fan of KU, and I think has been growing up. It's just a relationship that I think is really grown over time.
Do we have any more questions? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.